So, Anj Handa, tell us about these awards.
These awards are actually non-awards. So what I mean by that is we are going to recognise 3 individuals and 2 organisations that are making a really positive difference in Yorkshire society. But we're not going to do shortlists. These have come about because over the years I've attended so many events where I felt quite frustrated because I've had to wait a long time to leave the event, or we've had to wait quite a long time for dinner because we've been waiting for the shortlist to finish, and someone always goes home disappointed.
You know, I've been there, Anj, actually. I've been shortlisted for an award and not won. And I have to say, the first time it happened, honestly, I was gutted. It was awful.
Yeah. It actually is gutting. I've been there too. And what I feel with these awards is that I want to celebrate all of the women in Yorkshire that are doing great stuff, whether that's through their business or in society, right down from people who are doing caring for relatives up to women who are doing amazing things through their own charities or grassroots organisations.
So you're not necessarily looking for people with unbelievable stories or people who have done things that no one has ever done. What I hear is that you're very much looking to celebrate lots of stuff that some people will do and just take for granted that they do. I know there are hundreds and hundreds of community activists, for example, who work week in, week out, doing amazing things in their communities. Or, like you were saying, people who are caring for other people at home, and they may not think they're doing anything special, but they really are, aren't they?
I think that's a real tendency from women. Through Inspiring Women Changemakers, I have a private Facebook group for members. And what I've found is a lot of them think they're doing nothing at all, and actually they're having a massive impact in society.
Yeah, that's right. Really, really making a difference for people. Now we've got 5 different categories for the awards. Let's just talk about Heart of Gold. I really like that idea. This is someone who's made a huge difference to someone else's life.
Exactly. So that kind of person might be doing a caring role. They might be, for example, a school dinner lady that has really helped children and spotted the ones that are maybe not eating or haven't eaten, and they're really encouraging them. So I feel that there isn't enough recognition for people at that level, and so that category was very important to me.
Yeah. We've also got the Community Champion Award. I mean, I know a lot of, for example, here in Bradford, we have so many voluntary and community groups. Yeah. We have so many people who just do amazing things in their communities and things that really make a difference.
100%, and that's happening all around the UK, and I want to spread those messages. I think we've had so much bad news globally, politically. It's time for us to share some of these heartwarming stories that make us all feel better.
You've got another award here, Anj. It's called the Social Impact Superhero Award, and this is described as an award for an individual who has made scalable change in their workplace or community. What do you mean by scalable change?
Scalable change are maybe some of those that you described earlier that have done something very big that feels out of reach for other people, but actually is something that we can all achieve, given the right support and network. So one of the questions that I ask within the story submission form is, can you tell us what help, resources or connections you might need so that we can enable that?
Because I'm picking up that you really want this to just not be an awards, an evening out. You want this to be about something that actually brings these people together, makes those connections, and kind of goes into a movement, really.
Yeah, Inspiring Women Changemakers is a movement, and I want to spread that. It's not just about women, it's about women taking a leadership role, but with male and female influencers to support them. I've had that in my own campaigning experiences, and I just want to replicate that and share it to others.
So we've got 2 other awards very quickly: Sustainability Savvy Business Award and the Diversity Driven Business Award. How do people apply, Anj? This is the most important because it's open now. We want women in Bradford to put their stories forward. How do they do it, and how long have they got?
Look at the Inspiring Women Changemakers website. It's inspiringwomenchangemakers.co.uk.
Yep.
There's a tab for the awards. At the bottom, there are 3 options. There's share your story, there's book your ticket, and there's sponsor us, because I am looking for sponsors as well. So I have to plug that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And basically, so just you download a little document, don't you? Fill it in and send it off.
Really simple. It's a Word document. I'd like a photo. I'm sick of those online forms that always crash, so I decided to do it as a Word document this time.
So it's really simple. I've had a look at it this morning. It's really, really simple. You can do that. When do people need to get their stories to you for?
Right up until the event, because the whole purpose of these non-awards is that we share stories before, during and after.
Okay, and the event is going to be on 23rd of November at the Opportunity Centre here in Bradford, good old Bradford. So there's no excuse, basically. Basically, there is no excuse for the women in Bradford to not be putting themselves forward, sharing their stories and shed loads.
No, and as a recent chair of Freedom Studios in Bradford, I felt it was an important signal from my part to have them hosted in this fantastic new Opportunity Centre, which is also led by amazing women.
Brilliant. Well, it's great that it's coming to Bradford. We love the idea here, and I think there'll be lots of people at BCB. To be quite honest, I've been speaking to some volunteers this morning at BCB saying they should put their stories in. So BCBers, basically, get your stories in. The women of Bradford, get your stories in. Just good luck with it, and I can't wait to hear some of these stories, Anj.
Cheers, Peg.
Thanks. That was Anj Handa there for us, telling us about the Inspiring Women Changemakers Awards.